Dave.
Nah, today is we let loose because we don't care today. We going Trump style today. You know what I'm saying?
Wowzers.
Meaning we
We
not
putting
like
tariffs on motherfucking on Twitch.
we putting lies out
Oh,
there. You know,
you know how I know it's real? You got Midas touch, boy.
as I said, we about to get loose. This is
Oh,
just
yikes.
this is just the medicine before the stupid fuckery. Because
He
I
said,
yeah, because
take
I
it before the chemo.
yeah, this is what I want. We are live. Welcome, everybody. The platform presents. This is some bullshit. Nah, this is DNA drama. We gonna get into the DNA drama a little later, but we got some info we want to share with you before we do that. With me tonight is the one and only DJ Dan Pooh. What up? What up? What up?
What up going on? David wants to talk about motherfucking what's going on, you know.
I do. I wanna shed some light for you guys. Just a real quick dip in. What up, short? What up? What up?
What up, short?
We
That's
are
on in the omniverse.
we are about to watch a video from Midas Touch. It
I love
is.
Midas touch.
I do too. I think Midas Touch does a great job of
I
presenting
better
data.
TYT right now for the
Oh
show.
yeah, for sure. Because they're not, lapping and
I love
sucking the cockle.
TYT too, but they've been fucking up lately.
Right? TYT been sucking the cockle of the MAGA hats. But
Dude, when they talked about Joanne Reed, they showed that clip of her talking about how Kamala Harris had ran a perfect. Because okay, can I disagree with her about Kamala Harris having a not a perfect campaign? Yes, I can disagree with that. But they totally glazed over her original message, which is America inherently is still sexist and racist, and it didn't even really matter because motherfuckers still got their personal hangups, and they just totally glazed over it, dude. They was focused on her comment about Kamala Harris's campaign. I'm like, why the fuck are y'all focused on that? Used to be focused on real shit. So
oh, for sure.
my Midas touch don't go there. They actually focus. So
Yeah, and, and,
yeah.
and this video is going to be a very interesting video because I want people to watch this. Remember, today we did have Donald Trump, who basically was slash car salesman. Remember, he was on the White House lawn
You're talking
today.
about he got a Tesla.
He,
Motherfucker 401ks is melting.
yeah, he's selling Teslas.
Yeah.
Why? He's selling America short. So I'm going to play this video.
My 401k is just a 4K now.
Oh
Shit.
shit, mine's in 1080p. It ain't even 401k. But
Yeah,
but
my shit at 720, bro.
but we gonna play this video. I want you to hear this because I think My Touch does a good job of. I would break this down, but I didn't have time to grab all the documents and pictures and other separate videos, and they did it for me. So I want you guys to check this out. This has been my Silas of the Midas Touch Network. Make sure you guys follow him and check this out. What up,
I do
Frozen?
like
What up? What
Ben.
up? What up? Check this out.
I do like Ben though.
I do too.
Zoom in on Donald Trump's
He's like,
notes
yeah,
right
what we're
there as
gonna
the
do is put
market
on
is
Trump. That's
crashing.
bullshit.
Donald Trump was selling Teslas at the White House, but if you zoom in right there, he literally has the Tesla pricing.
Teslas at the White House is crazy.
He's out there doing product placement for Tesla as people's pensions, retirements, 401ks.
Actually, I think Kamala Harris. I'm gonna say this real quick, and I'm gonna shut up so the video can play. But I thought Kamala Harris actually ran a pretty good campaign. I'm not convinced that
It wasn't.
Listen.
It
I'm
wasn't
not.
flawless. It was good.
That's true, but I'm not convinced that the race wasn't stolen though, because you had Starlink in all of the major swing states, and Elon Musk had the results 5 hours before they were done voting, huh? But we'll get into that. But check this video out.
Here's what we posted on the Midas Touch social media accounts. Americans
He glitched out.
to afford basic necessities, keep vital programs around, and not lose our retirement savings. Donald Trump, The best I can do is a car commercial for the richest man on earth. And we're supposed to feel bad for Elon Musk as he and Donald Trump are firing our veterans, attacking 9/11 first responders, sending groups of 19 to 25-year-olds to our private data, our medical records, our social security information, our tax records. We're supposed to feel bad for the guy who said he wants to inflict suffering.
Sorry, Froze. I wish I could be on more. I've been studying for my test. I'm still trying to get that A+, yo. So I'm like right on the edge.
We're outside of the White House. Trump was. I want you to watch this moment. I don't think you've seen this clip before. You may have, but so Trump is talking about Ukraine, and he says Marco Rubio, Steve Wyckoff, Michael Waltz. He's making names, and he goes, they want to see two things happen. And then he like loses it. He like freezes, and then he goes,
What up,
death.
Brian?
They want death.
What up, Brian, bitch?
And then he goes, I'm surprised that people who live in the country are people. What's he talking about here?
People have done a great job. Marco Rubio's been great. Steve Witkoff's been great. Michael Waltz. Every one of them. They've really stepped up. They are into it. They want to see two things. By far, number one is death. The people that aren't citizens of our country, but they're people, just like you.
So then he
What?
talks about how he doesn't know how to
What?
He's never driven a vehicle in a long time.
Keep
So
watching.
I just wanted to make a statement. I'm going to buy one. Now, here's the bad news. I'm not allowed to drive because I haven't driven a car in a long time, and I love to drive cars. But I'm going to have it at the White House, and I'm going to let my staff use it.
All right, that's Mr. Alpha right there, right? He can't drive a car.
What?
You know who was able to drive a car? Former President Biden. Here, take a look at this clip when former President Biden was around. Play this clip.
Was sure Biden, yeah, Biden was driving this shit.
Now you might have to get out the way because he might crash in your ass. Nah, just keep watching. Guys. Keep watching. Keep watching.
didn't see-
Donald Trump was asked,
I didn't see it.
do you think
You can't-
that your tariff
What did he
policies
say? What did he
are
do?
causing economic harm and hurting people? So Trump goes,
I'm
nah,
serious. I'm
Biden's
serious.
fault. Biden.
Mr. President, you mentioned the ups and downs in the stock market. You said it'll go up, it'll go down. But do you and your tariff policies right now bear any responsibility for the turmoil
No,
we're
I
seeing
think,
this week?
Biden gave us a horrible economy. He gave us horrible inflation. And I think
You still
the,
keep talking,
market's
Biden.
gonna go
Just
very
let him.
bad.
Yeah.
If anything,
When-
I have
when-
a lot of
how long
people
is it
who
before it's
friends
not
of mine,
Biden?
great business
Just
men,
watch.
They're now investing because of what I'm doing. Because long term, what I'm doing is making our country strong again, financially strong, militarily strong, and strong if we want to get away. Remember this, we have wars. When I left, we had no wars. We didn't have Ukraine and Russia. We didn't have October 7th. We didn't have that disaster that took place with the withdrawal from Afghanistan. And you look at what's happened there.
I just want
But he was the one who negotiated the withdrawal. But let's keep
Because
watching.
Here's what Donald Trump
Exactly.
previously promised during the campaign, where he said on day one he was going to fix everything like a miracle. He would get everything done, even though with former President Biden, inflation was going down to 2%, interest rates were coming down, GDP growth was up, unemployment was down to record levels, job growth was at record levels, Infrastructure Act, Inflation Reduction Act, PACT Act, CHIPS Act. It's actually doing things. But Donald Trump said he was going to fix everything.
So when I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one. We will end Kamala's war.
So
on
fuck Trump
American
and his
energy, and we will
tariffs,
drill
bitch.
Just gotta bring
I love you, Brian. Appreciate you.
Yes,
Welcome
sir,
back.
Brian. Woo!
propaganda.
What up, Braves? What up?
And so
Is this Metal Gear Solid 2?
people.
Shit, it's something.
Americans living
It's
in
definitely.
Something.
It's a snake
It's,
that's on revenge.
Snake's Revenge. Yeah, I was gonna say it's Snake's Revenge.
truly ripping apart the lives of veterans and people in the military. And
Dude, my 401k got devoured, Brian.
families and
He said, "Yeah, he
cutting the
fucking up my
Department of
money too. He
Education
fucking up all our
right
money."
The recent announcement was they're
Fuck them
firing
tariffs. I don't even
50%
understand why we keep
of the
going after
people who
Canada,
work at the
man.
Department of Education. Right?
Man, fuck Canada, man. I mean, I love Canada, but fuck them, like, as far as the
He
subject.
could be on a yacht
Look
with
at- listen to this.
Melania. He could be on the Melania yacht.
And I think Trump deeply resonates with him. Trump said He's putting it all on the line. Trump said this is something that's really not good for him. President Trump chose to do something for our country. He could be on a yacht somewhere, floating around with Melania. He put it all on the line as a billionaire. Elon Musk put it all on the line. And it's not self-serving. They're doing it for the good of the country. So let's give them a break here as they try to save the future.
All right, fact.
Oh, let's give Trump a break.
Here's the problem with that statement. For one, Melania doesn't like Trump.
Exactly.
I mean, so he wouldn't be floating with her anywhere. But guess what Ben Marsalis shows who will be floating with? So I want y'all to check this out and listen very closely.
All right, let's see.
And it's not self-serving. They're doing it for the good
I
of
like
the
democracy
country.
now.
So let's give them a break here as they try to save the future.
All right, fact check. Donald Trump would not be on a yacht with Melania. I can tell you the yachts that Donald Trump was on. He was on yachts with little girls.
If a man really hated
Hold on,
ads,
yeah,
here's
yeah,
what he
hold
would do.
on.
Day
Oh,
one.
Don't say
He about to
anything.
pull up the.
Yeah, just sorry, guys.
Yeah, he was on yachts in the early 1990s when he would throw beauty pageants for girls, not women, girls. And according to this article from The Guardian that was published many years ago, there would be old men old enough to be the girls' grandparents would grind on the little girls on the yacht right before, and Trump was on the yacht, right before Trump hosted the Look of the Year competition at his property with girls. Disgusting stuff. That's the yacht
Yikes.
Trump was on. Caroline Levitt.
I know we about to get to the rest of the video, but I had to pause it right there because it's this is stuff that people have been telling the public for years.
Exactly.
We have been warning y'all about this dude, right, for mad years, telling you did not want this guy to be in any type of leadership possible. And what we got is a dude who likes to flounder around with children in scantily clad clothing. What do you think about that, Danny?
Man, listen, man. The real, I don't even know if we can say it on Twitch, but
Right.
the real PDF files, right? This dude has. When you're seen with Epstein 1,000 times, that means you're friends with him. That means you're kicking it, and the shit already been exposed, but dudes follow a cult.
These are the facts, and I want people to understand.
And it's sad.
And like I said, this is really about DNA drama today's stream. But I just wanted to. I'm gonna play the rest of this, but I just wanted to I was compelled to at least put something out there. So I want y'all to watch the rest of this, Danny. Then I want to get your opinion after this is over.
You're right.
Donald
Sure.
Trump's propagandist press secretary. She was bragging that Donald Trump was. The economy may be bad, but Trump will be on a Tesla later today.
And I'll see
Exactly,
you guys
sure.
later. Perhaps you'll see the president in a Tesla later this afternoon. Have a good one.
Now, as Keith Edwards says, this one stings. According to one of the more recent MIRS polls, former Vice President Kamala Harris would trounce Donald Trump in Michigan if an election was held today. That's why it's important to get out
That's
information.
pointless because y'all didn't come out.
To get out the truth. That's why it's important to defeat this
We've been
propaganda
telling you.
machine.
See, you see what he just
think about
said, and this is why I was compelled to share this, because I just want people to, even though it's a demoralizing time right now, I do want people to understand he's only there for 4 more years. And just 2 years from now, you can vote the House and the Senate. And if you could get rid of all these cocksuckers, all these succubus, if you could get rid of them, all the leeches that are in Congress, Trump has no power if you take away the House and the Senate from him. So I hope people pay attention to this and understand we got a chance, but a very slim one.
We tried to save the country. Let's just really call it what it is. Black folks tried to save the country. Black men voted for Kamala Harris. like 90. It was like 88% or 89. No, it was higher than that. I think it was like 92% or something like that.
I think black women it was 94%. I think black men was like 89% or something like that.
80%. Okay, and so we tried to save the country. You know what I'm saying? We tried. So those of you who didn't, this is what y'all wanted. You thought that the hurt couldn't hit you. Your parents' 401k, your 401k, your retirement, your medical benefits. I got my power bill today because the subsidies for electricity is gone. So I got my power bill today, and I can't buy games because I gotta pay bills now because that shit is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like crazy, man.
This is what we've been, but here's the thing, and I always will say this, and I say this all the time. Brace, what he says is not gonna lie, the number of black people was high, but it also increased. But I'm gonna say this, and I don't think I'm ever gonna give up on this because it's a question that has never been answered. Joe Rogan basically had a Freudian slip and said Elon Musk had the vote tallies 5 hours before voting ended.
Right.
How did he have the end totals when voting is still going on? And he replaced all of those counting machines with Starlink in all 7 swing states. And now he's replacing Starlink, and now that they're in the White House, with one of these other big major functions. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that this was not stolen. I know people are going to say, "Oh, well, that's what the people said about Trump." But see, the difference is there was no technology involved when Biden won. Right? There was not. It was just Trump sucked, and it was a COVID. So people always are going to want to change leadership. So there was like no funny, and it was investigated. There was no funny business. But in this, no one's asking why Elon had the results 5 hours before the votes even ended. How could
Dude, that Joe Rogan clip got swept so far.
Right? How could he have it? He couldn't have had it unless he knew what the vote was going to be before it ended, because he had predetermined outcomes in Starlink. So I cannot say, definitely buy a generator, but I cannot say that he won on his merits. And you're right, Braves. He did get some black vote, and I'm gonna go back to what I was gonna say. I always say this, and this is important to remember. There's a dude named Aleister Crowley. I don't know if y'all know him. He's kind of like the father of secret societies and all this. Mm-hmm. And he was asked, would you rather have the most powerful weapon, or would you have basically the power of the words? And he said he would take the power, he would take propaganda over any powerful weapon, because he said propaganda has killed more people than any weapon will ever kill. And so the power of the words is mighty. And that's why black voters went for Donald Trump, because the propaganda is powerful. People don't realize that the power of your words are extremely powerful. There's a saying in the Bible that says death and life is in the power of the tongue. So
you got to remember too, man.
What you speak is what you see.
Twitter being taken over by Elon, right? And the right-wing agenda. Dude, you literally cannot get rid of an ad that's like a right-wing ad.
Right.
When you're scrolling through Twitter, you never get anything remotely. I just want video game ads. And it still don't give you that, because Elon makes it so the algorithm always constantly shows you neoconservative shit. So whether it's Elon's post, whether it's propaganda about Trump, whether it's other propaganda about fake DEI shit, fake propaganda about wokeism, which the term woke is used severely wrong. It's a tragedy. And the media, like I said, you got social media that has that corruption in it. Look at something like Facebook, and there's propaganda there that's pushed. and eyes. You know, you look at something like TikTok. Now, TikTok's algorithm is probably better than the most because you can kind of get it to where you don't really see that bullshit. But you know, you just got to be a person that really isn't easily susceptible to keep your shit clean. TikTok, but there's a lot of influence, David. Like you said, propaganda. It's everywhere. Fox News, motherfucking Instagram.
And it's powerful. It's potent.
It's super because he's constantly telling you the wrong shit, right?
Yeah.
It's like what was that experiment, David? I think it was like a mouse experiment where it was like it's like constantly trying to train that mouse to do certain things by repetition. And that mouse kind of just started doing it just because of out of repetition. It's like that, dude. It's a constant repeat of the same propaganda, and people start soaking that shit in mentally, man. You know? And you know, when you talk about woke, one last thing. When you talk about woke, right? Being woke is a person that is clairvoyant enough to see through that bullshit, right? That's a woke individual. When they say being woken is being awake, you understand that this is propaganda. It's like that movie They Live. That was one of the greatest fucking movies to kind of showcase what propaganda can do, right? And the whole world got invaded by aliens, and all it took was disguised propaganda and subliminal messages. Isn't that wild?
That movie, and I think one that's even more poignant is Idiocracy.
Idiocracy is another. What happens when we let the world be dumb?
And that corporations win, which is where we're at right now.
Yeah, and corporations was the main living, you know, they were the main
They destroyed
entity.
the world. Yeah, they destroyed the world because, you know, that whatever that is had electrolytes. That corporation, you know, basically became the biggest corporation in the world based on that liquid that has electrolytes. And so people
Electrolytes, and they tried to feed them plants.
they did it they used it for the toilet water, everything. And so it became a, you know, the world ended up dying because, or end up about to die because of corporations, greedy corporations.
David, if we circle back to Dave, remember how hard it was for Roddy Piper to convince Keith David. Now I'm using their real name.
Yeah, because remember he refused to even put the glasses on. Dude told him, he said,
it was
"Listen,
so
please."
bad. They had to draw blood. They had to go
Draw
to a
blood
full
to get in the scene.
And when he finally put the bitches on, became a believer. But it took damn near a fucking ass whooping just to get a motherfucker to understand.
I saw an interview about that scene, and Roddy Piper talked about how that fight was getting pretty aggressive, but the director wanted them to be aggressive because, just like you said, it was such a refusal for Keith David to accept Data. He didn't want, even though he's telling them, "Look, man, all you have to do is put these glasses. I'll leave you alone." And the dude would even, matter of fact, he handed them glasses and he crushed it. He wouldn't even look through it.
2-second maneuver of putting the glasses on and humoring him and taking it off. If it didn't do anything, then you have the right to cuss this motherfucker out, right?
Right, and they wouldn't even do it. He wouldn't even put the glasses
It was like
on.
it's so hard for him to try to get the truth. He had to
beat it in him.
That's crazy.
Now,
man.
I'm not saying we have to do that for our troops because this is not a movie.
No, but it just felt like that mentally.
The struggle,
Trump,
right, of trying to get people to
like,
take
Data. You get a Trumper, Matt Chud, you try to get into a conversation with them about any politics, and it becomes such a fucking battle.
Because you can't get them to see it.
It's like, well, what about somebody being convicted of 39 felonies? Would you hire this person, right? If it was anybody else but Trump, some random white dude in Minnesota had 39 felonies, and some of them were sexual assault, would you hire this person as a masseuse?
They would say no.
You know what I'm saying?
But then when you say but it's for this, it's just the deep state. Let's get a couple of things that Brady said. People in California didn't vote for rent control at all. I hear how bad the rent is. Hell yeah, it says your girlfriend was paying high ass overpriced rent in San Diego, and she didn't even vote. You say you got on about it. Hell yeah, you got to get on people about the bullshit. After the Bush years, people were ready to turn on that party. So bad after Bush. That's how Obama really won. That's correct, because Bush was such a bad person, and then President Obama had to clean it up. They live is dope as hell. When people in America don't give a fuck, they truly don't give a fuck. That's true, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to play this video. We're going to finish this video, then we'll get to the stupid shit.
Yeah.
But I wanted to just play this because I wanted people to hear some facts being put in the ether, right? Even if it's just like two people that get the facts. I'm hoping that that's what happens. I'm going to play the rest of this.
Two people before four becomes 16,
right.
16 becomes 2000. Then Kai Cenat actually starts telling the truth to his audience.
No, shout out to Kai Cenat, man. Shout out to Kai Cenat. But we
shout out to Kai Cenat, and it goes, and then the vicious cycle can end with education, with knowing, being awake. You know what I'm saying? Wake these motherfuckers up, man.
And aware. All right, hit and play. We're gonna finish the video, y'all. I know it's only 15-minute video. We stretched it to 30. We're gonna let this video play.
What went down yesterday, right?
Tariffs are a tax cut for American people.
They are continuing resolution.
It's tragic, bro.
That they say is gonna fund the government, but it's really to defund the government. I think they're zeroing out.
Damn, now I want to watch They Live. That movie was so fucking dope.
It was. Affairs, from schools, from law enforcement. They're like destroying all funds to go to Washington, D.C. Like, they're crippling D.C. They hate Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. police and education getting totally taken away. They're stealing from children's health care to give tax cuts to the wealthiest, like Elon Musk.
To function in their health care.
And then selling Teslas in front of the White House. And there's such a cruelty component to it. Such a cruelty component to it. I'll show you this moment yesterday in the House of Representatives at this committee hearing, where a MAGA Republican Congress member self.
That's on my watch list,
referred to the Congresswoman from Delaware, transgender Congresswoman from Delaware.
Yeah, we hope you stay.
McBride.
Don't get power turned off, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Mr. McBride.
It is, bitch.
To which then Congresswoman
because of your white ancestors, man. They're tariffing our fucking friends,
and then,
bitch.
Democratic Congress member Keating then stood up for Democratic Congresswoman McBride.
I don't think a lot of these people saw Elon being a part of his plan. No, they didn't.
Do you know the U.S. solar company?
Hold on, sorry guys.
Little secret. It turns out if you live in Indiana, they have to give you.
It's a good fuck you cunt.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ranking Member Keating, also wonderful. Mr. Chairman.
But yeah, here's the thing. Elon Musk is doing too much.
We have set the standard on the floor of the House.
And
I'm simply.
What is that standard, Mr. Chairman? Would you repeat what you just said when you introduced a duly elected representative from the United States of America? Please.
I will. The representative from Delaware, Mr. McBride.
Mr. Chairman, you are out of order. Mr. Chairman, have you no decency? I've come to know you a little bit, but this is not decent.
We will continue this.
You will not continue it with me unless you introduce a duly elected representative the right way.
This hearing is adjourned.
And it's just it's the cruelty of it. It's like the cruelty for the sake of cruelty. Like, why treat her that way? She's a human being. She's a human being. Like, why bully her?
It was like, fuck her motherfucking shit.
An evil, despicable person. And hat tip to Democratic Congressmember Keating for standing up to Congresswoman McBride. All this talk about alpha and masculine. I've said this before. People who are alpha or masculine don't refer to themselves as alpha and masculine, kind of number one. And also, like someone like J.D.
This is super facts, man.
Masculinity is under attack. Okay. Masculine people don't believe
I never like
J.D.
yelled out loud that I was an alpha. Like, who the fuck does that, man?
I'll tell you how I was raised. You don't punch down and bully marginalized.
I'm a fucking man.
I was always taught.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the proof is in the pudding. I don't have to get on a podcast and talk about how women won't fucking be submissive.
Right. My action shows that I'm a man.
For marginalized communities.
Right.
Empathy. That's strength.
She gonna crumble anyway.
Bullying people.
If you're doing what the fuck you're supposed to be doing.
That's right.
Who are being bullied. It's ridiculous stuff. Enough of that crap.
You know, you do your part, she do her part. But being like alpha, fake ass, like tough, fake shit is stupid.
May be really bad right now, but we were handed bankruptcy by Biden, right?
President Trump
Real men really don't give a fuck.
A government that is bankrupt, running $2 trillion deficits every single year. Unfortunately, he also inherited an appropriations process that has been busted, and the reality is that we just
Look, his
don't
neck
have
is
and
stuck
haven't
in
had the
primitive suck
time
dick
to bring
mode.
us back to regular order to run a
This dude ate too much Taco Bell.
So what this CR does is it buys us more time as President Trump and Doge are doing their incredible work that they're doing in identifying waste, fraud, and abuse.
Wrong. I'll just show you all again the Wall Street Journal headline. I could show you headlines from a ton of other places. I'll show you Wall Street Journal and Axios. Why? Because Wall Street Journal is right-leaning. Axios, I really don't know what leaning they are. Sometimes right, sometimes center, I don't know. But here's the Wall Street Journal, Murdoch-owned. April 14, 2024. Envy of the world. U.S. economy expected to keep powering higher. Economists lift their growth forecast in latest Wall Street Journal survey. Then July 12, 2024, Axios. Just right inflation opens the door to a Goldilocks economy, meaning it was just right. By the way, the Atlanta Federal Reserve just last
That's
month
what we had prior to
predicted
the
strong
asshole kicking
GDP
in.
growth until Donald Trump started all of his tariff threats and tariff wars. And then the Atlanta Federal Reserve had to change its course and said because of Trump's policies, that's the impact. We now expect negative 2.8 to negative 3% GDP.
In the game streams Thursday,
Meaning we're headed
I think Brandon, I'm gonna force his ass into white slavery.
because of what Trump's doing.
This is where it's at, guys. The bullshit, the buttery bullshit.
I mean, it's like you say, you know, he won't say he inherited a Biden economy. Then why isn't it booming? Why don't we have a Goldilocks economy like Wall Street Journal was saying in 2024?
Because tariffs aren't tax cuts for Americans. Fucking, it's not even a tax cut. It's a tax on the import. It's the company who is importing pays the tariff. So
I know, and then they gotta pass that motherfucking shit to the consumer.
Right. So if you put 25% on the bullshit, shit that cost $100 now costs $125. Well, now that instead of selling it for $125, now they got to sell it for $175. Now it's more expensive. So it's like, yeah, it's shameful. But you know what? That was the only angry part I wanted to show you guys because I felt compelled that if I'm gonna get on live, that I'm gonna say something important and make sure somebody get some education. All right, now let's get to the trash. Because that's what people want, right? Everybody wants trash.
Shit.
Let's get to
the trash. We got Garbo.
Let's get to the trash, because I think, it's enough being down. Let's laugh at some lower life forms, shall we? All right, this is Kamal. This is a dude who's kind of been rising in the ranks since Maury, and everyone else has kind of been going down. This is a new guy who's coming in with the trash TV flavor. So I'm going to play this.
Hold on. His name is Karamo.
Or Blamo, whatever his name is. His name sounds like a move in Hogwarts Legacy, but we'll.
He said it sounds like a move in Hogwarts Legacy.
Karamo.
I need to reinstall that motherfucker too.
Impressio. All right, guys, I'm gonna hit play. We're gonna see if these. Tell me, y'all. Do y'all think she is gonna be? Is the dad gonna be the dad? Give us what's up. So this is your hero, Dave.
David is
it's crazy.
Not Karama.
It's crazy from some black people perspective because all these Americans first, Christian value people are letting the Africans come over and make profits off of cutting Social Security and piss off the main voters. I mean, that's true. This is shit. All right, I'm gonna hit play, y'all. We go get into a happy stupid mood, y'all. Let's get stupid.
Please tell me, when did he start denying?
I've seen this one.
Oh, you seen this one? Okay.
Wow, this is wild.
Years now.
Yeah.
And
Her side profile looks weird though. She looks like
Cut it up a little bit, David. Cut it up a little bit on YouTube.
She looks like one of those guns from High on Life.
Okay.
But
Damn.
I called about my son, but I'm just not finding out.
That's fucking true, dude. Damn, I can't unsee it.
The older child.
Yeah,
God damn, she looks like one of the guns on High on Life.
Wow. So how old exactly are both your children?
2.
Oh shit! What's up, eggplant?
He clearly doesn't believe either is his.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
and I didn't know
I
that
saw this dude a
with
couple
our
times,
2-year-old,
Brian.
Like, she looks just like his mom, so it's like. But I feel like the doubts came about our son because I had a miscarriage right before I had.
The 2-year? No worries.
Dude, this bitch is pouring.
Don't say it. Don't say it because I haven't seen it.
Gideon,
So.
I had a miscarriage.
Uh-huh.
But with that, I went through my miscarriage alone. He went to the doctor's appointment with me, but they told me it wasn't a viable pregnancy due to the low heart rate. And
it's time to earn double
Sorry,
points
guys,
when
I
you get
don't
treated
have,
with
like,
Juvederm filler and
blockers on
Botox
this shit.
Cosmetic at the same visit. Terms and conditions apply.
You definitely do, dude.
Sorry, guys. Danny will
Take
show
a
me
few
the-
seconds.
Yeah, Danny will show me the
he
site.
went to Miami to go work.
It'll take a few seconds.
I will
You
do
can
it.
pause it.
We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it right now so we can show everybody how to do it.
We'll do it offline.
So pause
Don't worry
this.
about that right
He
now.
said
We'll do it
she
offline.
was too like.
Takes a few seconds, Dave. Literally.
We'll do it.
It's not even.
We'll do it
It
offline.
falls into the
believe you
browser.
named your son
Or-
after
Please,
the
chat.
real father?
Y'all tell David to stop for a second. Take one. I'm literally 1 minute.
Okay. Is he a good father?
And fucking. Please.
All right. Where we're
Just pause it for a second. Google.
All right.
Is this Chrome?
Yeah, this is Chrome. Yeah.
Okay. You're already there, David, since Chrome opens up in its own tab. You're already on Google.
Right. Where am I going?
Okay. In the search bar, type in Pi ad block for Chrome.
You said what is it?
Pi ad block for Chrome.
Pi, like P-I or
Yeah,
P-I-E?
like P-I-E, like piece of pie.
Pi ad block. Right here.
Yeah, ad block for Chrome. Make sure you put Chrome. Make sure you put Chrome. You're using Firefox? Oh,
Nah.
there you go. Go to Pi. See where it says Pi ad block? Yeah, there it is right there.
Right here.
Yeah, click it. Hit add to on the right. To the top right, you'll see an add to.
It says add to Chrome. And it says
Yep, you're gonna get a pop up.
I'm gonna add extension. All right.
Give it a second. All right. Now all you got to do is close this tab.
All right.
And now refresh. Just refresh this page.
Please tell
Top
me,
left.
when
Yeah,
did
there you
he
go.
Start denying your children.
Karama, we've been.
And they'll go ahead and skip ahead a little bit.
Where's Gideon? It's not baby boy. Like if he's crying.
Easy peasy,
Is he a
bitch.
good father?
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
Look at that shit. It was like 1 minute.
You can see it's kind of sort of like
Look how he
favoritism
look.
since my daughter. She's starting to look more like his
He
mom.
like,
but
I
it's
know
not
this
like,
bitch
oh,
ain't
baby
running
girl.
off at the
But
fucking mom.
When it comes to Gideon, it's oh, where's Gideon? It's not baby boy. Like if he's crying or anything like that, he'll wake me up. And he's already up. He'll play the game or on his phone. He'll wake me up. Like, hey, the baby's crying. Not our baby. The baby's crying. Go feed him. Like
So it's interesting that you said that he has a close relationship with her and that he treats her with love, but yet is trying to test her.
Damn, man, this is
Shut up,
crazy,
Brian.
Did you
dude.
confront him yet about getting her tested?
not yet.
Right, motherfucking study for the A1, we won't
What
get
would
the
he say
goddamn
about
ad
you
block
as a
up.
mother? Would he say you're a good mother?
A
I
plus.
feel like he would. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Good.
3 seconds, an ad block.
Yes, he's accused me of cheating multiple times only because he said that after the miscarriage, 2 months later, that's when I had our son. I got pregnant with our son. But I feel like he's the one cheating because you go out of town a lot to go work, but you're only supposed to be going like 3-4 days max. Last time you was going for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
But when he came home, I tried to give him a
Said,
hug,
"What up
kiss,
with
all
dude's
that.
hair?"
He said he was too tired. He
For a
laid.
hug or a kiss?
Yeah,
This
he
shit
was
is
like-
tragic.
And then
Yeah,
shit
so
look
he
like
laid
a
down,
vowed
he went to
bushes.
sleep, and then the next.
All right, go ahead, skip ahead a little bit,
He'd been
David,
gone for
because
2
she
weeks.
just
Mm.
all she
And
does
then
is just
his
keeps
woman.
saying how he's failing.
Okay.
Well, it acknowledged both of them being.
Go to the
his
next
kids.
little block.
These are pregnant times right now.
Yeah, you hear me. Yeah.
So he's going.
I hear you. All right. So you told my Unlock the Phone investigator that you want to know if Nico is sending women videos or pictures, if Nico is communicating with other women, and if Nico's messages women on social media. Correct?
Correct.
All right. So there's a lot here. We got DNAs. We got Unlocking the Phone. We got a lot of truth to reveal in this show. All right. Well, listen. I think it's time to hear Nico's side of this
So
story.
she's
Everyone
scamming her,
welcome
man.
to the show.
She does look like she lying.
How y'all doing?
How you doing?
You
sir?
said, I still can't get past that. She looks like the gun on fucking
Clear. You know,
High on Life, dude.
But to my side of the story,
Yes.
she know when we met, I work a lot. I travel a lot. I'm a foreman. I do construction, freelance construction.
Okay.
So I can be working from 2 weeks to a month at a time. It all depends.
Like I
on
said,
how
his shit do look like a
Yeah,
vowed
that makes
bushes
sense.
and shit.
But I also got 2 places. I have my own place in Miami, and I also live with her in Jackson.
That big ass black flower that Karamo got on his shit is wild business.
But the place he has, that's where I came and I saw.
It almost look like the same flower that hit that dude when it says,
And at the same
Joker
time,
squirted
she
this
know
flower
that I
on me.
rent my
Get this
spot
man
out
to a
when I'm not
hospital.
there to help me pay my bills, and other single men live there.
Yeah, I was never told that.
What am I supposed to do? I can't control who they bring there when I'm not there.
Got it. Got it. Why do you question if these children are yours? Let me get to
Hey,
that.
Danny, your hair look like
My hair definitely don't.
She is a lighter child.
I got a low black dude
I
cut.
don't really have lighter complexion.
I'm light skinned and my dad is German,
family,
so.
She does look like those guns from High on Life, dude.
Mainly is
That shit's crazy,
she's kind
bro.
of starting to look like my mom.
Okay. Okay, she said that. She said that you start to see.
You gotta pull that motherfucker up after the shit.
You're still questioning.
Yeah, because my background, where I come from, I've been an athlete all my life. I've always been popular. I've always had, a lot of attention, and not only having a baby pinned on me before.
Oh wow. Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Got it.
Which is something she knows.
And then he had the chest
So I
hairs
was
hanging
blessed
out.
to have you. I don't have to force you. I can have
I
you.
know,
if
man.
wanna have. I
You
don't
get
have to
taco meat.
And he got grandpa glasses on.
It's true.
And look how his hair cut.
And I have a career.
He got a
80
shade
degrees,
on the
like,
bottom.
you don't Get over yourself.
I understand that. That's all fine and well, but at the same time, too, though, it's a respect thing for me.
So before we get to DNA and truth, we're gonna lock your phone. So because you want his phone unlocked.
Oh yeah, unlock the motherfucking phone.
Oh shit.
Nico, we unlocked your phone. Here we go. Okay, Nico, you
Why do you zoom in like that?
Okay.
So why would you refuse to unlock your phone?
But like I just said, okay, when I talk to everybody about coming here to get everything or whatever, I originally was talking to them on my other phone. That phone got broke in the midst of me speaking to you all to come out.
Okay.
So I had to give them another number to talk to me on because I had to get another phone.
Okay.
So if that's the case, why refuse to unlock it if it's such a brand new phone? Like, you can easily unlock it.
Because I'm using that phone for business. I'm using that phone for business.
They're
I have
not
to
looking
use
for
that phone
anything
for
for
business
business. They're
and
looking for personal
right now.
stuff.
And like I said, I have client information in my phone. It's confidential. I
Seemed
cannot
like
allow
he a
people to look at
shitbag,
other people's
right?
information.
Well, we
Like
gonna
I
say
said,
that.
you have
You
access
refuse
to
to
my
let
Man.
phone.
me
I've
hide
never
you
had
something.
nothing to
That's why
hide
you're trying to
anyway,
push
so it doesn't
guilt
make
and blame
sense.
on me, though.
And at the same time, too, I feel like this. Vice versa. Even with
Just
if her
somebody,
phone was
some
out
bitch
of my-
lying.
Let me ask you, why did you want her phone unlocked?
Because I feel like this. At the end of the day, if the kids are mine, I want the kids to be mine.
My phone, y'all
I
want
don't want that to
that's
get
why.
misconstrued. You feel me? I want to be the father.
Don't get it
You feel me?
misconstrued.
Any event,
Tragic.
everything come through the way I wanted to. The kids are mine. I don't want to have to deal with nothing.
So she
else
got
on
them
the
fake
back.
tears.
If something is in her phone, I'm gonna give her the opportunity to wipe her phone clean.
So you can
And
start
we just
fresh.
move forward and start fresh.
Got it. Okay.
At the end of the
Okay.
day, if the kids aren't mine, there's no reason to look through her phone because that's gonna tell me everything I need to know.
Got it. So in this envelope, you questioned if Gideon could be your child. She said that you treat him a little different. So in this envelope is the DNA truth to know if this is your son or not. This is not my truth to open, it's yours. So here you go.
Oh shit.
You can read it out loud for us.
Before he opens it, do y'all think he's the dad? Let's put a 1 in the chat if you think he's the dad. Put a 2 in the chat if you think he's not.
I'm not going to answer.
What y'all say? I don't think he's the dad, because I've seen these type of things, man. Especially when it's like 2 kids. A lot of times, either the dad of one and not the other, or they not the dad of both of them. So this woman has horrible taste. So I think both of them need therapy. Put a 1 in the chat if you think he's the dad. Put a 2 in the chat if you think he's not the father. I put it out there. I'm saying he's not the father. Brian said not the father. Bray said he is the. You think he is the dad? Okay. So far, we got a couple for not, 1 for is. We gonna play. We gonna see.
Man, I really, because I really want these kids to be mine, clear. You know, I don't want it to be no bad blood between us, you feel me? And like I said before, I done been through this before where I've had to go back and forth with a woman and get my name taken off the birth certificate and all of that because the baby wasn't mine.
Yeah.
So, damn nervous as hell.
Here we go. Oh shit, that don't look like good news.
Hold on, let me read it again. Maybe if I close it and open it again, it'll say something different.
Damn.
Hell no.
What does it say?
Nico Gideon is not your biological son.
Oh.
You are not the pappy.
You want to tell me what happened?
Kalia?
Look at them fake tears. Look at them damn high on life gun tears going on.
What do you have to say?
I felt like something wasn't right.
Said mooch and hoe. Said this show lying.
She said you better go get it done. You know what happened last time.
Kalia, what are you saying? Because you're quiet in this moment.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Do you have anything to say to him?
I would hope so. It's a lot, bro.
She ain't saying shit,
all
bro.
that you was accusing me of doing for nothing.
So you know he happy as fuck. I'm pretty sure.
Was you trying to backtrack? You was trying to cover some pages up or something?
Kalia, anything you want to say to him, because you just told us that in this entire time he was going out to Miami, there was all these things, when we've now found out that you were clearly in another relationship during this time.
I was in another relationship.
Well, you had sex.
With who, though? When?
When you was out of town doing something else after my miscarriage. That you
Well,
wasn't there for anyway.
You can't flip that and gaslight him now. The point of this is that you've been telling him that this is your child.
See what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you felt during that time that he was not being the right man for you because he was out of town, then you make a decision to leave him. You don't make a decision to lead him on.
It's not like I knew for a fact that it wasn't his baby. Because like I said, it was
So
a
if you thought it was a
one-time thing.
possibility, why didn't you tell
Why
him?
did you tell
I
him?
asked you if you had doubts. And I told you too, like, if it happened, it happened, you know what I'm saying? Give me the opportunity to choose to participate. I grew up with a household with a stepfather.
In this envelope is the DNA truth for your daughter, your oldest daughter.
Oh,
Onyx.
man.
Again, this is not my truth to open, this is yours.
Is he
So here
using
you
the
go.
term gaslight? See, I know she not even mad.
Here's the second baby.
Here you go.
Come on now, it can't be good no on the second baby.
Oh, this got a 2 on it too. I got her age on it, bro.
What does that one say?
I don't know if to laugh or cry, bro. Nico, Onyx is not your biological baby.
Damn. The man
All
sit
them
your ass
crocodile
down.
tears she gave you at the beginning. You know,
Okay,
remember all
Aaliyah,
all
what do
that
you have
shit
to
she
say
was
about
saying
this?
at the beginning?
She she's wilding out.
Like with Onyx, like I didn't be with nobody else. Like,
Well, you
Wait a
clearly
minute,
were
you
with
had to
someone
be.
else. Is there anything you want to say to Nico?
Onyx is his daughter. I wasn't with nobody else.
Onyx is not his daughter. Onyx is not his daughter. So is there anything you want to say to him?
Do you actually have actual tests and stuff like that? Just says that.
See, Kalia, this is what it is, because this is starting to get me upset. Because the thing is, like, he's been a great, this is the thing. You're sitting here and we're listening to your story. You're
Says she
crying
a fake
tears,
bitch.
and the person who should really be crying right now is the person who's been lied to.
Yeah, this whole
consistently.
fried.
It has been clear that for 3+ years, you have been sitting here talking to this man, telling him this, accusing him, even though you had access to his phone. You had all these things that were he's going to work, coming back, paying bills. And yet during this time, you're still lying to him. And in the moment where you can say, I'm sorry for this, you're sitting here like, well, what you want me to say? I want you to woman up and say, I up.
Damn.
I apologize. I try to be a professional on this, but this is the same thing I feel for when men do this.
I want you to woman up and say you fucked up.
Brother, you don't even need to worry about her. Brother, don't even worry about her. Don't even worry.
Yeah, let that bitch walk out.
She's affected your whole life, everything, and this is the best decision you ever made. But the thing is that man to man, I'm sorry because I can hear that you've been working hard. I'm just glad that you now can be clear, and I hope that you clean your slate with her. And let me encourage you with one thing left. There's going to be a moment you're going to have to leave the relationship with her and these kids. You're going to have to also reconcile the fact that you had trust issues now. There's now
trust issues. I had them before. I really have them now.
Yeah.
Like I told her, I went through this in college.
I know. But what I want for you is I want to give you some tools to understand that there is a woman out there that's going to love you and value you.
What's that? She used them hard. Yeah, poor guy.
Ain't that fucked up, David, man?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
The lesson in this for you is take it slower, trust your gut, continue to trust your gut.
That's crazy.
This dude
I wasn't even gonna call him.
was working, paying the bills.
Continue to trust your gut.
And her own
take it slow.
fucking trust issues caused her to go cheat and then lie.
To live in a cage of trust issues.
Sleeping with somebody else, bro.
Yeah.
Dude needs a wife.
Yes, I will.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm glad you
The dude needs a white woman. All right, let's do this.
He need to be a passport, bro, and go to the fucking Philippines, man. Yeah. Now pull up the gun from open up a new tab. Yeah. High on Life. Talk about High on Life gun. And then go to images.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's see what we got here.
That one right there. That one, yeah, the blue one.
Here we go. Oh, it's not that one. It's this one. Here we go. Yes, sir. She looks like a High on Life weapon.
Dude, she looks like that fucking... Dude, I can't get that shit out of my face, dude. She's like, the High on Life gun is wild business, man.
Here it is. It's a fucking High on Life weapon.
Dude was fucking the shit out of High on Life. That's crazy.
Ain't this wild as fuck, dude? So what y'all think about that wildness, y'all? I know, ain't it crazy?
Here's my thing, man. You know, bitches ain't shit, man, sometimes. And she really is tragic, bro. You know, you don't look remotely good enough to get away with this. Like,
I know.
And I'm just being real with you. I mean, I know motherfuckers saying looks ain't everything, but damn, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You can't be the High on Life gun and be out here, man.
Man. We talking about looking like redonkulous.
Uh-oh, you streaming motherfucking Discord right now for some reason.
Because I'm about to end it.
Oh shit! You about to end it?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Who we raiding? But no, let's say this, y'all. The moral of the story is, make sure you check your match. You know what I'm saying? And also vote, man. Make sure you guys vote, man. And don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. There's an old saying that says, "Don't let the smooth taste fool you." Right? Don't let the smooth taste fool you. So
Check your panties.
Yeah, ladies, check your panties. So no, I appreciate it, y'all. I knew she was lying ass bitch. Lying ass bitch.
Pizzo.
We got Pizzo. Yeah, go ahead, Ray Pizzo Plays. Make sure y'all guys follow Pizzo Plays. DJ Deadpool, I appreciate you coming by and sit with me while I get angry at Donald Trump. But I just wanted to put it out there because I felt compelled. I was just going to do DNA, and I said, no, before I do trash and pollute the people's minds, let me feed them something that they could use first. So that's why I wanted to watch that Midas Touch video. Guys, you can check us out all week. I think Brandon's might be pushed to do something.
Oh, yeah,
tomorrow.
he white slaving on Thursday, yes.
Friday, we will be streaming. Saturday, we probably will be doing a show, right, Dan?
Yeah, Saturday we doing late night combo for the show.
What about the afternoon show?
The game show? Yeah, I guess we can do that too. Yeah, so Platform Podcast we'll be doing at 3:00. And then because I want to go a little later, so 3:00. And then late night combo.
Oh, shucky ducky crack.
Yeah, EST.
Make sure y'all tune in, follow us on all social media, and make sure you guys follow Pizzo Plays, y'all. And listen, guys, I appreciate you guys could have went anywhere, but you came here tonight, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. All right, guys, you have a great rest of your night.
Shout out, love y'all.
Love
Miss
you
you,
guys. Miss you, Big Mike. All right, guys, holla.
Here it is. Let's rate it out.